David Robert Joseph Beckham OBE is an English former professional footballer, the president and co-owner of Inter Miami CF and co-owner of Salford City. Wikipedia. Born, May 2, 1975, age 49 years, Whipps Cross University Hospital, London, United Kingdom. Children, Brooklyn Beckham, Romeo James Beckham, Cruz Beckham. Spouse, Victoria Beckham, M. 1999. Number 7, Manchester United FC/midfielder, more. Height 1.83 meters. Parents, David Edward Allen Beckham, Sandra Georgina West. Siblings, Joanne Louise Beckham, Lynn Georgina Beckham. David Beckham is one of Britain's most iconic athletes, whose name is also an elite global advertising brand. He was captain of the English national team from 2000 to 2009, scored in 3 different FIFA World Cups, and played midfield for clubs in Manchester, England, Madrid, Spain, and Milan, Italy. He also won the MLS Cup playing for Los Angeles Galaxy in 2011 and 2012. He was born David Robert Joseph Beckham on May 2, 1975, in Leytonstone, East London, England, to Sandra Georgina West, a hairdresser, and David Edward Allen Ted Beckham, a kitchen fitter. Beckham's maternal grandfather was Jewish, and David has mentioned the religion as an influence. He wears a tattoo written in Hebrew from the Song of Songs in the Hebrew Bible, Old Testament, albeit he is not known to practice Judaism or any other faith. Beckham has always played in long-sleeve shirts to cover up his tattoos in consideration of others who may feel uncomfortable due to their beliefs. He was brought up by his parents, supporters of Manchester United, attended Bobby Charlton's football school in Manchester, and won a spot in a training session at FC Barcelona as a child. In 1986, he was a Manchester United's mascot for a match against West Ham United. From 1992 to 2003, Beckham made almost 400 appearances for Manchester United and scored 85 goals, although his official record counts only 62 goals in 265 official senior teams matches. In the 1998 FIFA World Cup, he played all of England's qualifying matches and scored in several important victories. He received a red card for violent conduct in England's match against Argentina, albeit his opponent later admitted to trying to send Beckham off by overreacting to their contact during the game and by urging the referee to send Beckham off. After losing the game, England was eliminated. Beckham was made a scapegoat and became the target of criticism and abuse in media. He had a good season in 1999 to 2000 and helped Manchester United to win the Premier League. At that time, he married singer Victoria Beckham, née Adams, from the popular musical group the Spice Girls, and the couple had their first son, Brooklyn, born in 1999. That same year, Beckham was given a permission to miss training routine, in order to look after his son Brooklyn, who suffered from a stomach infection. Meanwhile, the Manchester United's manager, Alex Ferguson, fined Beckham £50,000, about $80,000 then, the maximum amount that was permitted, for babysitting with his sick child, while his wife was spotted at a London Fashion Week event on the same night. Ferguson's claim that Beckham should be able to train if his wife stayed home that day caused a serious personal tension between two men. In February 2003, following the defeat to Arsenal, the Manchester United's manager Alex Ferguson entered the changing room and kicked a football boot that struck Beckham over the eye, causing a cut that required stitches. David Beckham has been a good scorer and a major attraction for public. On the field, he has been demonstrating his consistent ability to see a big picture even under severe pressure during the most rapidly changing and unpredictable games. His field vision has been remarkable, allowing him to create many assists in a number of important matches. Beckham's forte has been his delivery from the right-hand side as well as his efficient free kicks. His superior performances in the midfield position has required a higher physical endurance through the entire game. David Beckham's right foot was mentioned, although humorously, as one of British national treasures in the movie Love Actually, 2003. He signed a 4-year contract with Real Madrid, beginning on July 1, 2003, and worth a potential $40 million. In Madrid, Beckham was not allowed to wear his favorite number 7, because another player had the right to wear it written into his contract. Beckham decided to wear the number 23 instead, being a big fan of Michael Jordan. He immediately became popular with the Real Madrid fans, but the team did not perform well enough to win either the Spanish League or the Champions League. However, Beckham remained a reliable scorer and his performances attracted more public. His shirt sales and other merchandising deals remained lucrative for the club, which continued to underperform, regardless of the Real's management's higher expectations. In 2005, Beckham became a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. He was also involved in promoting London's successful bid for the 2012 Olympic Games. His third season in Madrid was unremarkable, and he was criticized a lot, mainly because the team finished second to Barcelona in Spanish La Liga and lost to Arsenal in the European Champions League. However, during that season, he expanded his international presence by establishing football academies in Los Angeles and East London. During the FIFA World Cup 2006, he played for England and became the first ever English player to score in 3 World Cups. In the quarter-final game against Portugal, Beckham was replaced because of his injury in the middle of the game. Without him, the English team lost and was knocked out of the World Cup. In June 2007, Beckham played his final game for Real Madrid, winning a medal and celebrating with his friends Tom and Katie Cruz, who attended the game. This was his 4th and last season there, ending his contract with the club. He announced that he had signed a 5-year contract to play for the Los Angeles Galaxy from July 1, 2007 through June 2012. The 5-year deal includes up to $10 million a year in direct salary, and with merchandising endorsements and profit sharing could earn Beckham up to $50 million a year, and may end up worth about $250 million in 5 years, making him one of the highest-earning athletes of all time. In 2009, in a unique timeshare agreement, David played on loan at AC Milan to maintain his fitness after ending the season with the Galaxy. He ended up staying with Milan for 5 months, from January to May 2009. In 2010, he also arranged to embark on a second loan spell at AC Milan from the Galaxy, to play for Milan for another 5 months. He said that he genuinely enjoyed playing for Milan. In 2011, after winning his first MLS Cup, his 5-year deal with the Los Angeles Galaxy ended. At that time, Beckham was invited to play for Paris Saint-Germain. But the 36-year-old player said, "My family and I are incredibly happy and settled in America, and we look forward to spending many more years here. I am still passionate about playing in America and winning trophies with the Galaxy," he stated after signing another 2-year contract with the Los Angeles club. In 2012, Beckham helped the Los Angeles Galaxy to retain their championship by defeating the Houston Dynamo 3-1 in the final game and winning the MLS Cup 2012. His last appearance for Los Angeles was on December 2, 2012. Beckham's jersey number 23 has been the best-selling in the MLS and one of the best in the world, as he expands his image as one of sports' leading icons. Although he plays his best in the right of midfield, Beckham can be dangerous anywhere in the field and can make a difference in a big game with a pass, a cross, or a free kick. Arguably, no one in the game can rival Beckham's accuracy in free kicks, as he can put that ball on a teammate's head with uncanny precision. He is still a decisive player, regardless of age. In January 2013, David Beckham signed a 5-month contract with Paris Saint-Germain. The Beckhams, who have become known as Posh and Becks, have 4 children, 3 sons: Brooklyn Joseph Beckham, born 1999, in London; Romeo James Beckham, born 2002, in London; Cruz David Beckham, born 2005, in Madrid; and daughter Harper 7, born in 2011, in Los Angeles. Family. Spouse: Victoria Beckham, July 4, 1999, present, 4 children. Children: Brooklyn Peltz Beckham, Romeo Beckham, Cruz Beckham, Harper Beckham. Parents: Sandra Georgina Beckham. Trademarks: Number 7 shirt for Manchester United and England. Number 23 shirt for Real Madrid and Los Angeles Galaxy. Trivia: in November 1996, Beckham was abroad on his first trip with the England squad, in Tbilisi, Georgia. There, he saw the video that would change his life. It was "Say You'll Be There" by the Spice Girls. Beckham pointed at the screen and said to his best friend Gary Neville that the girl dressed in a black PVC catsuit, Victoria, was the woman he wanted, and if she wanted him, they would be together forever. A few months later, they began dating. His legs are insured for $70 million. Won the treble with Manchester United, Premiership, FA Cup and UEFA Champions League. Scored on his first team debut in the European Cup against Galatasaray. Is mentioned in Love Actually, 2003, when Hugh Grant's character lists David Beckham's right foot as one of the things that make Britain great. Gary Neville, his teammate in the national English football team, was best man at his wedding. Was among the guests at Tom Cruise's and Katie Holmes' wedding ceremony in Italy. Has 4 children, sons, Brooklyn Peltz Beckham, b. March 4, 1999, Romeo Beckham, b. September 1, 2002, and Cruz Beckham, b. February 20, 2005, and daughter, Harper Beckham, b. July 10, 2011, with wife, Victoria Beckham. He was awarded the OBE, Officer of the Order of the British Empire, in the 2003 Queen's Birthday Honours list for his services to football, has been dubbed a master of set pieces specialising in free kicks, and has developed one which is known around the world as the Beckham, which involves lifting the ball over the wall, sending it towards the far post, but bending it back to the near post, confusing the keeper and having the ball just dip under the bar for the goal. Was famously sent off against Argentina in the 1998 World Cup in France for retaliation. Suffers from ornithophobia, fear of birds, and ataxophobia, fear of disorder. Voted best dressed male by readers of Heat, UK, magazine. He played for England in the 1998, 2002, and 2006 FIFA Football World Cups. He was named captain for the national team in 2000 but announced his resignation from that prestigious position on July 2, 2006, the day after England were knocked out of the 2006 World Cup. His first goal for England came at the Stade Félix Bollard in Lens in the 2-0 victory against Colombia on June 26, 1998. During the World Cup. On June 17, 2003, David signed a 4-year deal worth £24.5 million to play for Real Madrid. Among the godparents of their sons, Brooklyn Peltz Beckham and Romeo Beckham, are Elizabeth Hurley, Elton John and his husband David Furnish. Additionally, football agent Dave Gardner is one of Brooklyn's godfathers. Each of the boys has 5 godparents. Brooklyn has 4 godfathers and 1 godmother, and Romeo has 3 godfathers and 2 godmothers. Release of the #1 international best-selling book, Beckham, Both Feet on the Ground, won the Spanish La Liga title with Real Madrid before his transfer to LA Galaxy. Ranked number 5 in the 2008 Forbes, The Celebrity 100 list. The Sunday Times estimates his net worth at $205 million. He wears a new pair of football boots for every game he plays at an estimated cost of £300 a pair. Chosen one of Time magazine's Time 100 in 2004. David and Victoria held a lavish, star-studded party for the christening of their 2 sons, Brooklyn, 5, and Romeo, 2. The ceremony was held on the grounds of the Beckham's Hertfordshire mansion, December 23, 2004. Friends with Tom Cruise, Snoop Dogg, Guy Ritchie, Gordon Ramsay, and Liv Tyler. He began his footballing career at the age of 17. Founded the David Beckham Football Academy. Was signed by Manchester United to their youth training program at the age of 14. His youth team also featured the Neville brothers, Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes, his current teammates. Among the guests at his 30th birthday party were Elizabeth Hurley, Elle Macpherson, and Jerry Horner. After Real Madrid announced he would not remain there after the end of the 2006-2007 season, he signed a 5-year deal for the Los Angeles Galaxy, earning up to $50 million a year in direct salary, with endorsements and profit sharing. Is an avid beekeeper. He began his soccer career at the age of 17. Godfather to Davinia Taylor's and Dave Gordon's son Gray. Had his likeness made out of a napkin in American Dad. 2005, by Roger the Alien. On May 11, 2003, David was voted the 91st worst Briton in Channel 4's poll of the 100 worst Britons, signed new contract with Manchester United until 2005, making him the highest-paid footballer in Britain at that moment, though he would be sold to Real Madrid a year later. In 2007, Forbes magazine estimated his salary for the year to be $33 million. December 20, introduced to the media by AC Milan, Italy. On loan from the Los Angeles Galaxy, Beckham will play for AC Milan from 7 January-March 9, 2009. Voted the #1 best male body in Celebrity Bodies, UK, magazine. In 2014, he attended the wedding of Elton John to his husband David Furnish. Father-in-law of Nicola Peltz Beckham, signs up for Spanish soccer team Real Madrid. Declared he will retain the England captaincy, despite criticism for poor performances and 2 missed penalties in Euro 2004. Relinquished the captaincy of England after the team's quarter-final defeat to Portugal in the World Cup 2006. Is in Japan playing a tournament with his team Real Madrid. Son-in-law of Jackie Adams and Anthony Adams. A member of the Real Madrid team who won the Spanish League season 2006/2007 after the game against Majorca, Real Madrid 3, Majorca 1. Quotes. I dream a lot about football and a lot of them have come true for me. The England team should be managed by an English manager. Whenever Man United lose, people always say there's a crisis. As a footballer, you always want to test yourself against the best. If someone had said in 1998 after my sending off in the World Cup that I would be leading my country out within 3 years, I would have laughed in their face. In Spain, people have lunch and dinner a lot later. When I return to England, I'll have to eat alone at midnight. Pelé was a complete player. I didn't see him live obviously, because I wasn't born. When asked if he thought that he was a volatile player, well, I can play in the center, on the right and occasionally on the left side. I like Victoria for herself, not for nothing else. I'd like her if she worked in Tesco. Describing his strength, shopping. At home things are hard. For instance, my curtains are never open, I get no privacy at all. In fact, I can't remember the last time I saw daylight in my house. I think the most important goal I scored in Spain was the first one because people were wary about me coming over to Spain as a player. They thought I was just there to sell shirts. On Real Madrid, to experience playing and being in the same team as these players is something that might not ever happen again, to have so many players in one team. I just wanted to be one of these stars and play in this team. Alex Ferguson is the best manager I've ever had at this level. Well, he's the only manager I've actually had at this level. But he's the best manager I've ever had. I definitely want my son, Brooklyn, to be christened, but I don't know into what religion yet. Denying any affair with his former personal assistant, Rebecca Luce, during the past few months, I have become accustomed to reading more and more ludicrous stories about my private life. The simple truth is that I am very happily married, have a wonderful wife and 2 very special kids. There is nothing that any third party can do to change these facts. The way I and my family have been treated is an absolute disgrace. At the end of the day, I'm a nice person and loving husband and father. I've been called a bad father, I've been called a bad husband, and my wife has been called a bad mother. Things always hurt that are said about my family, and for people to call my wife a bad mother is unbelievable. I'm a strong person, I'm a strong family man, I'm a strong husband and a strong father. I always wanted to be a hairdresser. People can say what they like. But me and Victoria will always stay together as husband and wife. I've got more clothes than Victoria. It's one thing I like about America, they respect the sportsmen. They put them up on a pedestal. They don't try to knock them down. And that's a great thing, to be respected by the whole country. It's so patriotic. You can practice penalties till the cows come home, but it is different when you are out there in front of 60,000 people and the pressure is on. I have come to accept that if I have a new haircut, it is front page news. But having a picture of my foot on the front page of a national newspaper is a bit exceptional. On media claims that pal Tom Cruise has tried to convert him and his wife Victoria to Scientology, I respect any person's religion, but he's never pushed anything onto us. Friends don't do that. There is no greater feeling than seeing your children smile. I've probably had more contact with Judaism than with any other religion. I used to wear the traditional Jewish skullcaps when I was younger, and I also went along to some Jewish weddings with my grandfather.